What's up, everybody? We are back with a whole nother episode of Follow the Goddamn Mantra. All right, we are back live and in action. What? How y'all feeling? Ask my niggas, is you ready or you scared to ride? Rachel genocide. Oh, wow. Wow.
What up, guys? It's your boy Sidney, aka Lord Purple. I'm back with another, never offended, always humble, follow the mantra, and I want to ask a question for this video.
No, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. I want you to don't be coming on here fake as hell. All right, first of all, let me say, welcome to Follow the Mantra. All right, that song is Pigskin by Lester Genius and Zach Kokis, my homeboys. All right, that shit's fire as fuck, especially for the times we in. Now, Sidney was talking shit about y'all before. What you mean? Before we hit record, you say you was about to come at them crazy because they didn't follow you on Instagram.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Okay, all right, go ahead, give it to him.
Almost 2 years now. It's been 2 years now, over 2 years, not almost, over 2 years. Nobody has followed on any social media platform ever since we've been doing this. We give you guys our handles every week, but no follow. You guys only follow Marcus. Why is that? I want you all to leave your comment in this video when you see it.
You sound like a hater.
No, I'm not, dude.
Ash, did you get some followers?
No, I got, I think like one guy.
Ooh, okay.
I thought it was Snoop.
Oh, it was just Snoop?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh.
So there's
For who?
no problem.
For him.
Snoop, yeah.
Listen, Sidney hating basically because he don't get no followers. We've been doing this radio show for, what is it, 3 years? 2 years? 3? To Follow the Mantra for like 3 years, and Sidney still can't get no followers. Every time he try to shout us, you know why I think it is? It's because he called himself Lord Pebble. You know, you too cocky. You gotta humble yourself.
No, I don't call myself Lord or Goddess or God or anything. I don't get nothing there. So
that's because you need to raise your stakes higher. Both of y'all, he way up here, you way down here. Y'all need to like meet in the middle, and then y'all start getting followers. Be like me.
Marcus, why did they keep following me? I mean, I don't got no hair bone in my body, but I'm just asking, why did they all...
You say you ain't got no hating bone in your body?
No.
You hating right now. I see it. It's a hating femur. Hating ass femur. Whatever. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Follow the Mantra. This is episode 2. I appreciate and I love y'all for tuning in to episode 1 or the pilot episode. I'm expecting another great episode. This episode I said episode 3 times. This show, we will be reviewing the album Ungodly Hours by Chloe and Haley. Do they have last names or just Chloe and Haley?
Yeah, I don't.
It's not Bailey. It's Chloe and Haley.
It's Chloe and Haley Bailey.
Chloe. Oh, their last name is Bailey. Okay. We're going to be reviewing the album Ungodly Hours by Chloe and Haley Bailey. All right. But before we get there, I just want to do a check-in. Oh, and before we do a check-in, I want to let y'all know it's your boy MarcusJDestin, you know what I'm saying? And the J stands for, it don't stand for Jungle Gym because I don't play those games, you know what I mean? And I'm here with my wonderful co-host who going to introduce themselves first because y'all love fighting over the first mic. So what's up?
Ashley, go first.
I went first last time. You go ahead.
Oh my God. Not ladies first. You don't have to go ladies first.
Okay. Hi guys. Welcome back. My name's Ashley. I can't hear with that noise.
I try to give her some hand claps. She hating. All right, man.
Welcome back. We're so glad that you made it to the second video. We're excited for this one. Once again, my name's Ashley Charlie. I want to say the handle's like Sidney, but it's kind of starting to feel like it's a bit useless. But I'll still do it.
Damn.
So my Instagram, Ashley C Charlie. I don't want to do Snapchat. And my YouTube is CICC.
Hey, cuz this intro long as hell, man. Come on, give the people what they need. Why you don't want to give your Snapchat?
I just don't want to give it.
What do y'all use y'all Snapchat for now? Like, is Snapchat still like Snapchat ain't as popping as it used to be, so what do y'all use it for now? In comparison to your other apps, how much do you use it?
Not really though. I think for me, I think so. Like now more than ever, people are using Twitter more just because you can share ideas on Twitter and have conversations on threads on Twitter. On Snapchat you can only have individual conversations, so just you and whoever you're chatting with. Not everybody can see it.
Yeah.
Same thing as Instagram. You can go comment and all this stuff. But I think right now Snapchat is just there. People just use Snapchat for the filters. Anytime you see someone's story, it's just funny post or like the whole Black Lives movement that's going on now, and just filtered. Like people try different filters. It's not like not crazy anymore.
Y'all still use Snapchat for the nasty stuff?
What nasty stuff?
Like Sidney, we are sanctified. Good job.
Yeah. Anyway, Sidney, go ahead and introduce. I guess I'm the only nasty motherfucker. Go ahead. All right, Sidney, go ahead and introduce yourself.
The voice Sidney Purple, like Ashley said, you know what? At this point, I'm sick.
He really yelling, man.
My social media handles.
How many followers you got, Sidney?
On what?
On Instagram.
Somewhere or something.
700?
Yeah.
Ash, how many followers you got?
Me, I think I'm below Sidney. I think.
Marcus want to brag now. We're not gonna ask you how many you have.
I didn't even say nothing.
I'm gonna ask you how many you have.
I didn't say nothing.
I need more followers on Twitter though. That's what I need.
I hate Twitter. I almost deleted my Twitter yesterday.
Why?
I don't know. It's just kind of like Twitter's just a bunch of porn, and now it's like a bunch of porn and the Black Lives Matter movement.
A bunch of
It's a weird combination of like, oh, Black Lives Matter, and then you just automatically see somebody having sex like right after that next tweet. So it just be wild, man. Twitter's a wild, wild west.
Yeah, it is so much shit going on there. It's like 1 minute you're seeing shit that's talking about Black Lives Matter. The next thing you're seeing threads of, okay, let's see, boys who are 6 feet and above with big dick. And then the next thread you're seeing, let me see my slim thick girls who are below 6 feet with the big booty. I'm telling you, man, there's too much shit going on that app.
Dude, I bullshit you not. That is exactly how Twitter is. You scroll on Twitter, you'll see some inspirational stuff. You'll see a couple entrepreneurs tweeting, retweeting, letting you know, like, this is what I got cracking, this is what I got going on. And then you'll see some ass and titties. And it's just a lot of ass. Sometimes there's some dicks on the timeline. I'd be like, why is it a dick on my timeline? Like, who liked this? Who retweeted this?
I always go check who retweeted it. I always check, and I know the people. I know them.
Sidney act like he the dick inspector. He just wanna go
I always go. Because there's this one particular guy. I know him though. He's my friend from high school. Every time it's always like pictures of girls or all those short porn, GIF. This every single time. It's like,
you should unfollow. Why don't you unfollow him?
It's my friend. I can't like I can't show this, but like, look, I'm just seeing one right here.
You just opened up the app and seen a whole bunch of nasty shit on the timeline
right now. Oh, did you guys see that video of DJ Khaled when he video called that girl that was working?
Oh yeah. He's like, no. He was like, no, not like this. I got a family.
It's all love. It's all. The girl went to bring the water. He was like,
no, she went to go. No, it wasn't water. She went to go grab milk. She said, hold on, let me go grab the milk real quick. I said, what? Oh, what the fuck? Ash, why you ain't saying nothing about the Twitter porn?
Because I don't see those anymore. I make sure I don't follow those people anymore. That's all.
I mean, you don't got to follow them, but like some people that your friends or like people just tweet.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it in a while. Like it's been a while since I've seen it, so. Porn on my feed.
She want to be all sanctified and holy now. I got
That's why I like Instagram.
Sometimes I like the porn on my timeline. If we keeping it a buck, sometimes it's a nice pick me up for my day. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know. It's unexpected. Whatever. All right. Anyway. All right. So let's get right into the episode. Ash, so y'all doing all right? How y'all feeling? Like mentally, spiritually, y'all all right? Y'all straight?
Yeah. How about you, boy?
I'm straight. I'm doing a lot better than the last couple weeks. I think because things have kind of not toned down. Things haven't been resolved, but they kind of, I had to take a break a little bit. So, things are all right. Had a pretty decent week, pretty hectic week coming up because my parents are moving. So,
When they move this week?
yeah, they leave Thursday. I think.
And they're driving now?
Yeah, they going. So we pack up the truck. Actually, comes Monday, and then after the truck comes, we gonna pack that up. Fill it up, and then they'll drive down in the van like Thursday. Probably get there, maybe Friday, Saturday.
I hate road trips, man.
That's like a 24-hour drive. Like you going across. Like, no, thank you. I'm cool.
At least they're doing it in summer, not the winter time. So
that's very true. They gotta take a dog with them this time. They gotta take my little Lily with them. So,
thank God.
Look at Sidney. He's scary ass. So yeah, that's it. But I'm straight though. I'm cool. I'm glad y'all are good. So let's get right into this episode. We're going to start off with the Billboard Hot 100 list. All right, so at number 5, we have Rain on Me, Lady Gaga, and Ariana Grande. I actually heard that song for the first time today. It's a cool song. Lady Gaga had it's like a techno song. I don't know if y'all have ever heard that song before. I don't listen to a lot of the radio, but I was in the barbershop getting a cut today and it came on. Have y'all heard it?
Mm-mm.
Do you still go to Rick or what's his name, Joe?
No, I go in town now.
Oh, Joe?
Yeah, I go in town. All right, we're gonna move on because he probably gonna see this episode. So I don't want him fucking up my hairline the next time he see me.
Like he's popping though.
No, he is. I mean, he's getting a lot of business now. And I think a lot of people he's like picking up now because a lot of people know. So, he's getting better and better every time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Rico. That's just. I would love to go to Rico. That's a hike, and it's like I got to spend a whole day in Sioux Falls, man.
Yeah, it's like $40.
That's $40. I'm like, damn, man, you made me cut off my goddamn beard. At number 4, we got Say So, Doja Cat featuring Nicki Minaj. Rest in peace to Doja Cat. Rest in peace to Nicki Minaj too, because I'm done with her ass now. Ash, just disappear. All right, well. Number 3, Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. You said what?
What is your rest in peace? I thought I had to take a second. I thought, oh shit, Doja Cat, is she dead?
Rest in peace to Nicki Minaj. I said rest in peace to Nicki Minaj because of the Trolls video, man. I'm done with that whole shit, but we'll get to that. Savage, Meg Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce, which I heard for the first time today in the barbershop as well. And then Rockstar, The Baby, featuring Roddy Ricch is sitting at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. For the Billboard Hot 200 list, which is usually albums, number 5 is High Off Life by Future. Number 4 is Wanna by Gunna. Number 3, My Turn by Lil Baby. At number 2, Life on the Flip Side, Jimmy Buffett. And number 1, Chromatica, Lady Gaga. All right, so that is your Billboard Hot 100 and Hot 200 for the week. All right. So without further ado, y'all know what we like to do here. It is time for a game of Jeopardy or Hip Heppardy, whatever the hell you want to call it. And today we have the infamous, the famous Sia CC Charlie with
what?
the Jeopardy.
Did you say?
Sia CC Charlie?
I thought you said Shia.
All right, man. Come on, man. I tried to give you a hella intro. You ruined it.
Guys, I just wanted to say something real quick. Isn't it funny how Future's album is number 5?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has only one song in Billboard Top 20.
It's got to be a streaming farm. I don't know what it is. That album wasn't good to me. I'm not gonna lie.
It was horrible.
I didn't think it was that good. I also didn't Gunna had some good. He had some good shit on his album, but like once again, I was like, all right, it's cool, but I don't know if I go back. Ash, you ready, man? We stalling for you.
Yes, yeah. No, I've been ready.
Oh, all right, bet. All right, so y'all know the rules of Jeopardy or Hip Heppardy. I don't know if the Hip Heppardy sound like herpes in my mind. So I don't know if we're gonna keep calling it Hip Heppardy. But y'all know the rules of the game. Ashley is going to give us a lyric, all right? She's gonna read it twice, and then Sidney and I have 30 seconds to try and figure out who the artist is or what the song is, or both. All right. So without further ado, Ashley Charlie, give us the Jeopardy.
Okay, I kind of feel like it will be a bit hard, but at the same time, I kind of I feel like one person will get it.
Okay.
As I say one word, honestly.
I bet.
Probably Marcus will get it.
Probably it's Sidney if it's a Drake song, probably.
I don't say anything, but I know the person that will get it first. Okay. Is it because do I fall off? If I get money, you go no. Listen now. If I get money, you go no. Still I go hustle till I did gone. I'm reading it again.
Say it again.
Can you read it without the African accent this time?
I'm saying it like, okay. Is it because do I fall off? If I get money, you go no. Still I go hustle till I did gone.
Sidney, I don't know what the fuck this is.
It is Africa.
Is it African?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cause some shit was happening there. It's like a stutter. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was a little bit lost. Ash, is it an African song?
I think it's just to ask me after. Okay.
Oh, it is an African song. All right, bet. So I don't know it. I'm out. I don't. Is it Jodo?
The music didn't go off yet.
Oh. All right. Well, song over. Sidney, you go first, man.
Is it Joe Boy?
Okay, so Marcus, what's yours?
Is it Joe Boy?
I'm dead.
Is it Jodo? I don't know African songs like that.
Is this your final answer?
Yes.
Joe Boy? Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say the name. I'm gonna say the name and then I'm gonna play the lyric. Okay. So I'm gonna hear it.
I bet.
So the person is my husband, Burna Boy. Dangote.
Who's right?
Dangote.
It is. So, yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know if y'all heard it in the audio, but we'll put the link in the bio for that song. So good job, Ash. She cheated because I don't know no African music, but whatever. So fuck it.
Shout out to Burna though.
You with African people every day. I would think that you would like know some people.
I didn't know if it was when you were reading it. I didn't know if it was your accent. You know what I'm saying, or it was the way the lyrics were put. So like when I asked you, I was like, maybe that's a part of the song. And maybe that's how the song was written. So that's why I was like, all right, bet. All right, I fucked up. I fucked up. All right, bet.
But you know what? Burna Boy is from the city I'm from.
Is he?
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What song? What year did that come out?
Dangote came out 2 years ago.
2019.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I keep forgetting when we play this game, we got to take into consideration like African music too. So like it kind of, I love African music though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I can vibe to it.
Jollof rice?
Huh?
You love jollof rice?
Yeah. Listen.
Don't even start this, Sidney.
I'm not trying to compare, but did you see that Don Jazzy video?
I was so fucking mad, yo. I was like, yo, don't get cursed out today.
What happened?
So
there's like this TikTok where like they will walk in the room, they'll have a quote, and then they'll walk back.
Mm-hmm.
So they was like, oh, there's jollof rice. So then Jazzy walked in the room. So then it was like Liberian jollof rice. So then they backed up. It was like, no.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Listen, I love Liberian. If whatever rice Ashley is cooking, I love that shit. I love it. I feel like it was good. I asked her to cook me a pan like 3 weeks ago.
The difference is like Nigerian jollof rice is plain. Like we don't put what people do now, but you're not supposed to put like shredded meat like the way Liberians do or veggies. It's just that's how you know the real shit. Because when you put all those other shit, it makes it look like it's so good.
This is the problem. This is the problem that I feel like other countries have is because unfortunately Liberia, our civil war made a great effect on us where it still holds us today, which is really bad, but it still holds us today. Mm-hmm. So we have to get like really little scraps to make it more filling instead of just being plain rice. So that's why we added like those meats and the veggies and all those different things. So even though it's added, you understand, we season our food without salt.
Very well. Africans season their food very well, so.
No, that's true though. Okay, yeah.
I like dirty rice. So Without further ado, Ashley Charlie, would you like to take it away? It is time for our rumor segment. You ain't hear from me.
Yes, so it's so awkward every day, like saying you ain't hear from me, but I
Why
had
is
to
it
give
not? Come on, give me your bag, shawty.
I have to do it again. Okay, so I have two for you guys.
No, you gotta say it. No, you gotta say it. Oh, I did.
Yeah, so I have two, and I know Sidney's gonna have some as well, so I'm not gonna take up like a lot of time. So,
Okay.
one is based off of last week. So if you guys watched last week's show, if you didn't, go watch it now. But last week episode, I discussed about Asian Doll having her post about basically light-skinned women coming after dark-skinned women, and why she feel as though like you guys are all about the Black Lives Matter hype, but truth be told, you never liked dark-skinned women. Well, Mariah Lynn, who is on Love and Hip Hop, I know you guys know her from Love and Hip Hop. She's friends with Cardi B and all them. She was basically like, Asian Doll needs to worry about her fake ass instead of like trying to separate everybody and saying that she basically don't know what she's talking about. She said Mariah Lynn says it's been a week where she hasn't posted anything about her music or her personal life, only been posting about Black Lives Matter. And she encouraged Asian Doll to do the same thing, that Asian Doll basically don't know what she's talking about. But then a clapback from Aaliyah J, which is a YouTube influencer. She's been around for years. She basically said, well, that's Asian Doll opinion. And the truth of the matter is, it's factual. Like, at the end of the day, it's not to divide anybody. It's just to say how she felt. And to say that it's a valid point that she's making, because it is true. And people who find offense to this type of post, you probably were the people that were coming after dark-skinned women, brown-skinned women, and etc. Now you feel like you need to correct the fact by standing behind all Black Lives Matter. I mean, these posts is crazy, but Black Lives Matter. So that was that, and I'm guessing that's going to be the end of that long conversation. They were going on Twitter like crazy. Now I have B Simone. I have two.
Wait. I have a question. Do you think that, first of all, we're gonna give an air horn because I like the response. But do you think that that now was the right time to bring that topic up? I'm not gonna say that. I don't know. Was it Asian Doll? I'm not gonna. Sorry, I'm not gonna say Asian Doll was wrong, right? But do you think that this is the right time to bring that up and cause that kind of division or draw that line in the sand at the moment while the movement is happening?
Well, I feel like last week we said that we all kind of agreed to the fact that it's kind of never a decent time. Like, there's never a good time to talk about this type of situation. But I think, like, again, I feel like she's probably seen a lot of people who has come for brown skin and dark skinned women all of a sudden say Black Lives Matter as in a group. And I feel like it just kind of triggered her, where it's kind of like, well, you never supported us from the beginning. It's just now that you're starting to do such a thing. So it's like she has the mindset of that, but she's kind of saying, if we're going to move forward, let's be completely honest with everything. Like, you didn't like us from the beginning. Now you're starting to get hype about us. And even with that, sometimes it's even harder. Okay, like, but it's like she was saying, like, brown skinned women, I guess all of this I should say allegedly, but she was saying brown skinned women, it's like they go through the same thing, but not as much as like dark skinned women. So she was just saying her point of everything that she's seen. And yeah, I don't really think there'll be a good time, because if she was to say it without this type of movement, they would have been like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, where did this come from? So it kind of applies to the whole movement, since we're talking about Black people in general. So
okay. All right, what else you got, Ash?
So I have two parts when it comes to B Simone.
Oh, okay, let's get into it. Let's dive into it.
Yeah, baby boy.
So, basically, so if you guys know, Nick Cannon has his radio show where he has been bringing a lot of celebrities on. But he's been having like a radio podcast thing for quite a while now. And for some of you guys, I don't know if you know B Simone, but I think she was popular on Instagram. I don't think she was like Vine and stuff. I think it was Instagram, and then she moved to Wild 'N Out, and then so most recently she said her goal was to become a millionaire by the time I think she was 30. I think she's 30 now, something like that. And by that it was I was saying a different story, but it's completely fine. She was saying that she wanted to be a millionaire by the time she's 30.
Mm-hmm.
So her creating her book helped that. So, but it's been told that she stole some pages off of is it Pinterest? I think it's Pinterest, like some writers and some pages in her book, allegedly. Like she stole, like, my screen is cracked, so I can't even show it.
When
And
you
I
crack
went
your
on,
screen, cuz?
huh?
When did you crack your screen?
No, my nephew cracked it a long time ago on my
Oh,
iPad.
you on your iPeasy. Oh, you rich. You rich as shit.
Yeah. So she stole basically like one of the pages say like 50 questions find your best self. And some of it is like, what do you love about your life? What do you feel about your life is missing? And some authors came out and was like, she actually stole from some pages. Somebody, her name is Blogging with Grace. Wow. Just a look through her Twitter, and she was also plagiarized an identical page from Happiness Planner 2. So another book or another person that created a book, she stole a page from them as well.
They say her book looked like a pamphlet. They was frying the fuck out her book.
And then somebody tweeted that was like, wow, she really made y'all pay $33 for pages that she got off of Pinterest. So I don't know, but
B. Simone been catching these hooks left and right since the Black Lives Matter started.
People are ready to cancel her. So, but the biggest thing now was the fact that she went on Nick Cannon thing and said that she only wants to date somebody that's an entrepreneur. She doesn't do 9 to 5. And I feel like the way she said it was the reason why a lot of people started to attack her. So B. Simone basically said that she wants somebody that's going to keep up with her lifestyle and understand why she's going to be up 3 a.m. Every morning handling mails and all these different sorts of things. And then Nick Cannon was basically like, well, there's some good people that still work 9 to 5s, like engineers. And obviously all of us going to school, you know, you have your business majors, your doctors, your nurses, like all these other people, you know. So basically that was that. And some people in the comments were like, B. Simone talking about she only dates CEO, but she got rich off selling repackaged AliExpress gloss and begging y'all to buy it. Then somebody else said, my 9 to 5 got me making $80K straight out of college at 22. So B. Simone can kiss my ass. Everybody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur, and there's nothing wrong with that. And before I continue with the other last one, I kind of feel like that's true though, because I feel like this society forces people. It's not a bad thing whether if you want to be, if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, but I feel like they kind of dread it in you, where it's like you're not making good money if you're not an entrepreneur. Like if you don't have, they always say like you're not wealthy or whatever until you have 7 sources of income, which is no problem. But maybe somebody first income, they don't necessarily want to have to sell things. They want to work in hospitals or mechanic places. Like it's different things for everybody. So it's kind of unfair. Like you can have your preference. I feel like she should have just been like, well, I prefer someone like this because I've dated these type of people and we never like matched together. But to kind of make it she probably didn't mean it this way, but it would seem like she's downplaying people that work 9 to 5s. And it's like, that's basically everybody that's have gone to college or schooling. So somebody else tweeted, said, I'm not knocking B. Simone if that's her preference, but never forget where you came from. Knocking someone who works a 9 to 5, no matter if it is good job or not, it's hella lame to me. I'll never knock anyone from grinding the way they have. Somebody said B. Simone once stated that she only had $42 in her bank account, but now wants to shame 9 to 5 workers. Even some of the most successful entrepreneurs stay up 3 a.m. People who are going to med school, you know, for almost half of their fucking life, they're up 3 a.m. So if that's what you want, but that's maybe not what you need to have somebody up. Go ahead.
I understand what you're saying, right? I get what you're saying, and I also get what B. Simone is saying. Now, I also feel like people just on her ass just to be on her ass because she fucked up, and they just waiting to kind of cancel her ass already. But I mean, if that's her preference, I do agree with you that she should have just said that that's her preference. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that there are people who work a 9 to 5 that wouldn't be able to understand her entrepreneur mind. Like there's like opposites attract all of the time, and oftentimes I wonder if two people that are the exact same, can two entrepreneurs be together because they all have different schedules and that kind of stuff. Like you don't need somebody who you feel like has this certain title is the only way to understand you. Like I don't know. I don't think that exists. Well, not that it doesn't exist, but I don't agree with that statement in whole. So I see why people are getting on her ass, but she has every right to have a preference. Now I want to know, how do y'all feel as you're a content creator, and Sidney, you're gonna be in a probably a big company soon. You know what I'm saying? Like working in a big company.
Okay, he's ready.
Hey, go for
He's
hey,
ready.
Jesus.
Amen.
But like, so how do y'all feel about this statement, and what do you look for in your significant other? Do you look for somebody who resembles your field of work, or do you like, what do y'all think?
For me, I just want somebody who works. If you're an entrepreneur, if you work for somebody, if you own your own business or not, just don't believe it. I can't be with somebody who wants to be a housewife. That's just me. And there are other men who like.
That is so surprising from an African man. I'm telling you,
There are other men who would like
want the housewife.
their wives being housewives, but that's not me, because my mom is never one day was the housewife. Most of my aunts, my grandmas, when they hustled, they had things they were doing, or they were working for people, or they had their own little businesses. I don't know any female from my family, both my mom and dad side, who is a full-time housewife, who has ever been a full-time housewife. She's not married. Every female in my family works. Either they have their own thing or they work for somebody. So that's just me. Now with the B Simone, she's just saying that because obviously she doesn't do a typical 9 to 5, because she's like, well, she's a celebrity, if you can say that. She's a celebrity. She's
An influencer, I think it's
not celebrity, because she's popular now.
Absolutely.
Like celebrities don't do 9 to 5s. They work whenever they feel like, anytime. So but I wouldn't want her to like put pressure on women, because that's the whole thing with social media. Social media is a place where like one popular person that has so much, like, has a very strong platform of following exists, and then that would be like putting pressure, and then obviously there are women or girls who look up to her too, so they'll be like, oh, maybe if B Simone can't date a regular 9 to 5, so why the hell am I looking at dating somebody who is in 9 to 5 regardless? So that's just my take on it. I don't see anything wrong in whether you want to date 9 to 5. I mean, Jeff Bezos obviously started 9 to 5 before he became a billionaire today. So
everybody has to work a 9 to 5 at some point in their life. So
9 to 5, yeah.
And I know your preferences change once you hit, because obviously she goes to Wild 'N Out, she sells these books, she does become a successful entrepreneur in her own right. But you discredit a lot of people. How do you? Here's one of my things before you answer. Right, there's the same thing kind of happens with women that talk about like they want a tall man. They put men do the same thing too. You put these specifics, right, on what it is you look for in a relationship. And I think, like, a lot of the times my question that pops up is, like, how do you know you're not missing out on your blessing? Like, so how do you know B Simone husband is somebody who does work a 9 to 5 and would still be able to understand who she is, her work ethic, etc., etc.? How do you know you're not missing out on that? That's the only thing that kind of baffles me when you put so many restrictions on what it is that you want. You know what I'm saying? And what you think that you need, but like, how do you know you're not missing out on your blessings? So Ash, how do you feel about this?
Well, I kind of feel like she can. Okay, so I kind of feel like she can. Oh, okay. Well, with me and what I think for myself, honestly, I did have like somewhat of a preference when it comes to career-wise. My preference was more so like, okay, so I want to work in a hospital. So my preference was either it can be a LPN, a nurse, like one of those people. Like we're in different field, but it's like we're still in the healthcare.
Okay.
That was my on a thingy or whatever the case might be. Once again, it may not be what I need, but it is what I think I want now, at least. But yeah, I agree with Sidney. I don't want nobody that's like, that will have me and think like I'm supposed to be a housewife, like I'm supposed to sit down home, and or him just being lazy. Like I like people, I kind of like people like my dad, like he has his job, but he has side hustles, like he does all these different things on the side. Okay, so that's his other sources of income and stuff like that. So I like stuff like that as well. So if we don't sit down home all the time, that's good for me. I just kind of feel like for her, I do feel like she's kind of blocking out a lot of things or a lot of opportunities that could come her way due to the fact that she feels as though people won't understand her. Because I feel like that's the only excuse she's given. She don't feel like the man will understand her drive. But that's not the case, because if we're talking about, and the first thing, all 9 to 5s is not McDonald's, Burger King. That's not all 9 to 5. 9 to 5 is actually like careers that we go to school for. Those are actually 9 to 5s. It's just more paying. That's it. And the thing here is, I feel as though like I lost my train of thought. Okay, so at the end of the day, I just kind of feel like those people, okay, yeah. So like those people who work 9 to 5s, like say for instance, if we're talking about a doctor, if you're trying to find somebody or make somebody understand why you're up 3 a.m., there's doctors that's up 5 a.m. still going to med school. Like there's still, even if you're a doctor or a nurse, you still have to take regular tests each year. Or I don't think nurses, but I know physical therapists and doctors have to take tests or something like that. So it's like those people, like not like people who have careers that work 9 to 5s, they're still up those late nights, okay? Probably at work or still studying. So that's not a good enough excuse to be like, well, I don't want a 9 to 5 person because they won't be up with me, till 3 a.m. I don't get that. And first of all, it was a blind date. So when it comes to a blind date, I don't think you're supposed to have criteria. I thought it's just more so like, if
taking
he
it
works,
as it is.
that's good. Like and you're talking to Nick Cannon, so, and he knows your status, so he's not going to bring you somebody who's on the street. Like, like he knows like your standard, but I don't think you should start asking for, have your preference, but make it clear and say, well, I prefer this. But the fact, and you're on a big platform. So by you being on a big platform and you're just like, I don't like this, I don't like that. It's your opinion. When you're talking to your friends, I feel like you can do such a thing. But when you're on your platform, and like Sidney says, a lot of people are actually like that type of way where they will hear their influencer say something and they'll go by it. Like, oh, she don't like 9 to 5, so I'm not going to date no 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You guys are on 2 different levels, so there's no reason why you should even think like that. But
go ahead and say that. Hey, say it again. Say it again, Ash. You're on 2 different levels because let's be honest though, like a lot of people, when they listen to their influencers, although that's where they want to be, and I get it, you forget about the context of where you are in your life currently. Like you can't follow the exact path of B. Simone, like or whoever it is that you follow, because like that's not your path. You know what I'm saying? And so I just absolutely agree. I just really love that fact that you like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not you. Y'all on 2 different levels, and you got to acknowledge that. Like, and when you get there, obviously your preferences will change because whatever my preferences is now, when I don't have like everything where I want it to be, if this became an empire where like production and like all of this stuff became an empire and became my job full time, then maybe my preference will change and I'll be like, well, I want a musician because a musician will understand a musician's mind a little bit better. But then for me, I feel like I need somebody who's the opposite so that I'm always constantly given an outside view. That's kind of like where I am, like, because I want to be able to constantly grow and not somebody who will just agree because they understand. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I don't know. I just feel like that's an interesting topic. I'm gonna go my stomach growling. So there goes that. Was that it, Ash?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, that was great. I think that was great, Ash. All right, Sidney, what you got, player?
So you guys want good news first or bad news?
Give me the bad news.
Bad news? Just some everyday shit with this dude, man.
Don't support that black. I'm logging out.
It's not Kodak. It's not it is a celebrity.
What's wrong with Kodak Black?
I don't want to hear about him going in jail, come back out, and go back in jail.
We gotta keep talking about goddamn 6ix9ine. I feel the same damn way.
We're gonna talk about that song and video later. But so the first news, the bad news. I have one good and one bad.
Right.
Bullshit. So Trump administration reverses Obama era transgender civil rights protections.
Bullshit. Hold on, let me play some sound effects.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Fucking weak ass bitch. Weak ass
I'm
bitch.
dead. So basically, he himself and his administration are trying to overturn protections for transgender people against discrimination in healthcare.
During Pride Month. During fucking Pride Month.
So that is exactly what he's trying to do right now.
That's similar.
So Obama set up in part of his
Ash, what'd you just say? She talking about a goddamn stimulus check. Alright, man.
Guys, the full country is open. Ain't no stimulus check coming your way.
Hell no. Especially not after all this protesting. They said y'all black asses don't get shit. Y'all done broke all these goddamn windows. Alright, go ahead, Sidney.
Yeah, so back in 2010, Obama, as part of his Obamacare, created civil rights to protect LGBTQ general in healthcare. So if you come into the healthcare system as an LGBT, nobody's going to discriminate you. You're not supposed to be discriminated because you're LGBTQ. So, for example, like he made it in such a way where people who are transgender, like people who want to change, like their body parts to get these hormones or all those kind of things, are free to come and get the healthcare. So that's what Trump is basically trying to overturn right now. And in another news, do you know that this guy is holding a rally, I think in Oklahoma, it was supposed to be on June 19th.
Yeah.
On June 20th, and they've sold over 200,000 tickets. And so on this ticket, you have to sign that if you get sick, if you get corona while you attend the rally, he is not held responsible for it. That is somebody who is supposed to protect and actually find ways to combat the whole coronavirus. But
I don't know why we acting surprised about the stupid shit that this motherfucker be doing. Like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, but he moved the rally. First of all, he rescheduled the rally, right? Because I think he moved it from the date of Juneteenth.
From 19th to the 20th. So
from the 20th. So just a day over, right?
Yeah.
But for him to even do that in the first place, to make it June 19th, and then I'm tired of this shit, man, to be honest. Like, everybody need to go vote. Vote on your local level. Vote just on a higher level.
Leave this country. That's what we need to do.
Ash, where the fuck I'm gonna go? Y'all can go back home. Where the fuck I'm gonna go? My black ass been here.
What? There's a whole bunch
you
of
gotta
people.
go to Ancestry. You gotta go to Ancestry.com.
Yeah, but there's so many people that are born in the U.S. that don't stay here. They go to other countries and live.
I barely passed Spanish 3 in high school, Ash. I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna go.
They still speak English. That's the only thing. They still speak English. So,
man,
go anywhere.
Well, anyway, in another good news, Tiana Taylor confirms that she and Iman Shumpert are expecting.
Oh, yeah, that was good. That was good. So, shout out to Tiana Taylor.
That's a big deal. Like,
she doesn't say gender, right?
I really liked that song.
With the one with Kalani?
No, No. The one she did, she put out a song with Iman this weekend. Mm-hmm. And to that video that you're talking about, and I really liked the song. I thought Iman did a good job on his verse. So it was really dope.
I keep forgetting that guy's side hustle is music too.
I think this is his first hustle now, because I don't know if he's signed to a team right now. So I think, basketball, I think music is his first hustle now.
You know what my brother said the other day?
Oh my God.
We were like, if you want to know an artist whose career is over, he either does two of these things. Either he joins a reality TV show or he joins or becomes an actor or actress.
The reality TV show is true.
The reality TV show is true though. All the pop and hip hop.
I mean, what is it? Dancing with the Stars too, right? Like if they join Dancing with the Stars, they pretty much a deadbeat at this point.
Yeah. Anyway,
did y'all see they got a black bachelor?
When?
They got their first black bachelor, male bachelor.
When?
Oh,
like
I did
last week.
For the Bachelor, but I hope. Let me not say it before they can't say it.
Yeah, God. Say it. No, say it.
No, because I don't want anybody coming for me about interracial and all that stuff. I'm going to keep it right here. Leave it right there.
All right, bet. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Shout out to the first Black Bachelor. I'm pretty sure that everything at this point feels like a press move. You know what I'm saying? So
I know, like it's so crazy where it's like every time it's always like, oh, they want to put some black person. Like in 2016 when no black person was nominated for the Oscars, they put Chris Rock there to be the host.
Right.
It's just some shit every single time. It's like when there's a big talk about racism, they always find the smallest spot for one black person to be like, okay, at least we're diverse.
They don't really give a fuck about us, man.
Hello, we're diverse over here. This is the smallest, so let's just make this small spot for one black person to show our level of diversity. So now, like, after how many years of doing it? The Bachelor has been on since 2002. So you can imagine, like, what, 18 years of the show?
Yeah.
First time you're having a black
crazy
black Bachelor.
And
it's not until, like, maybe 3-4 years ago did they start having, like, black bachelorettes or bachelors that come, you know, in search of, like, other people on the stage. It's crazy, man. But
yeah, I don't even watch the fucking Bachelor. To be honest, I hate it. I think the idea of just watching people fall fake in love is kind of weird to me.
I don't know that it's fake. Like, I used to watch it with my stepmom.
You think it's real?
It is fake.
Some of them are still together to this day. So,
do you know the percentage? Probably only 5 couples
that are still together.
Yeah, a lot of them break up. A lot of them break up after the show because
hey, get the money. That's like something I would do.
You want to fall in love in 8 weeks.
I got school fees to pay for, so I don't care at this point.
And I feel like a lot of them just come on there for clout. They just hop on there just so they can get, because once you get on the Bachelor reality TV show, like they find a way to make you a celebrity.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say all of it's fucked up to say all of it is fake, because they could very much so fall for each other. But the shit that I be watching, I be cringing. Like, this shit. How do you try to fall in love with a room full of men with only 10 minutes with each man? That shit don't make no damn sense.
And then you gotta kiss almost like 90% of them on the first night.
Yeah, don't come to me and then me talk about like, hey, I want to see how you kissing. Like, first of all, I don't know if any of these men is safe. Okay, and you want to come over here, you just want to slide me down. Like, no, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool.
No, but this is a whole production, so I'm pretty sure they go through health screenings and all these different things to even get accepted.
You still kissing and soul swapping with people, man. Imagine, all right, Ash, imagine you on the chopping block, okay? You trying to sell your love. Now you got to kiss 5 men to find out which one of these men is the one that's going to be for you.
Am I going to get money?
You going to kiss these men for money?
Hell, yeah. Depends on how much.
Hell, yeah.
They have sex with the guy. They said just kiss the guy. So,
do you see the way that they be kissing? Like open mouth kissing, like.
You can, but you're a human being. You can say stop. You
can, all right, like, what won't you do for $1?
I won't do anything
for $1.
What would you do for money? What is your limit with money? Like, regardless of the amount of money, what is something you wouldn't do, like, regardless of the amount of money?
See, this is the thing, right?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
The thing. I wouldn't just do anything for one pot. Let's just say a pot of $10,000. I need the thing to be like reoccurring. I need it to be something, like if it's an action or some type of situation go down, like it needs to be like an occurring money that's continuously coming. Do you understand? Like, I'm not about to just do it for like this one time. So if I go on TV and they're like kiss 5 people, and that's going to give me like opportunity on fucking CNN for some reason, or all these different places. I'm just saying as an example, like it's giving me all these different opportunities. I'm gonna do it.
Actually, after this episode, go and listen to Clout by Offset and Cardi B all night long.
She willing to kiss a couple motherfuckers just for some CNN shine? I ain't never heard no shit like that.
So I'm saying examples.
You don't gotta kiss nobody for CNN shine. There's a bunch of shit you can do for CNN shine.
That's the problem. That is the problem. You're not listening.
you ain't gotta kiss nobody for no CNN.
It doesn't have to necessarily be CNN. I'm just saying, like, all these different opportunities. At the end of the day, right? We're in school, okay? I'm not international where it still could be hard, but I'm not international where I'm able to pay for my student loans before entering school. You understand? So I get my certificate leaving. I have a loan plus a certificate. It has to get motherfucking paid. Simple. So if that opportunity presents itself, you know, I'm gonna have to do it.
So I gotta kiss a couple people for some CNN shine.
It's gonna give you money.
You
Shit.
gotta be there with Don Lennon. Like,
Don looking over at my stupid ass like, how you get here, motherfucker? I just kissed a couple people for some shit. I had to slide a couple people down, but I'm here, baby. We are here.
Yes, I'm sorry, but just to clarify, because the way how the internet works is ridiculous at this point. Like, no, I do not do this often. I do not do this.
Oh, come on, Ash. Don't save yourself. Come on, baby.
it's
No,
a free
because-
world, like you can kiss as many people as you want.
Anyway, let's move on to an album review. Oh, you got some second news?
No, but I'm just saying, like, two things I'll never do for money:
Okay.
heal or change my sexual orientation. Like I'm not gonna be at a club, and this does happen a lot though. Like, I'm not gonna be at a club and then cause someone's rich and then they tell me, "Oh, you and this guy should make out," and I'm gonna get
Okay, yeah, no.
get the fuck out and see you later.
Okay, Ash, you wouldn't kiss another girl for some dollars?
Honestly, no. To be honest,
Okay.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't want to sound like clout chaser. You understand? But I always used to grow. No, but like growing up, honestly, right? Growing up, I always used to be like, I don't know. I like growing up. I always feel like, yeah, money is not anything in the world. It's always happiness. But as I get older, like I didn't grow up with, God willing, I'm in a comfortable state. So I guess, to some extent you can say silver spoon, but I wasn't born in no silver platter, silver spoon type of household. I was in a household that's good enough to be able to get me to the next step. So if something's going to be, but as I got older, I started to understand, like, you can't do anything without money. Like, that's why people can become obsessed with it. I'm not saying I will become obsessed with it, but I'm just saying, like, if it comes to a point where my mom's getting kicked out and that's the only source of money I'm going to get, I'm sorry, I'm going to do it, okay?
What
But
you sorry for?
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it willingly to be like, oh, yeah, because no, I'm not about to just do it just to be like, oh, I want this money. No, I have to be crunched.
I mean, I get it. You never say never because you don't know what you're capable of until you put into a situation. So, like, I mean, I get it. Now, I'm with Sidney. I would never kill nobody, or I would never. I don't think I would change my sexual orientation.
That would hurt my conscience to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No amount of money. I don't think no amount of money is worth that just because that's my preference. You know what I'm saying? If that's your thing, go ahead, do your thing. That's not my thing, so I'm not gonna do that. Huh?
Get your money.
Get your bread. If that's your thing, go get your bread.
Yeah.
Go get your bread for your CNN shine.
Yeah, but I don't judge people who. I'm not the kind of person to like judge people who like sell their body for money or whatever. Like,
facts. I support the sex workers. Do your thing.
You gotta go support business. That's why people go to strip. They gotta support different business.
Support black business. Support strip business.
They always say support strippers and all that stuff, but then if today a stripper, you always say no.
I didn't say no. I would say no to no dating no stripper.
Hey, look, dating a stripper is different from supporting a stripper.
Look at him.
I don't think I could date somebody who got like an OnlyFans account. I think that might be my limit. Like, if you out there putting the pussy all over the camera for people, like they gotta pay $25 a month to put the pussy. I don't know if I could do it. Ash, if you had a man who was like just slinging dick on OnlyFans for like $25 a month, they subscribe, they getting bread. Could you date him?
No, thank you. I would take Burger King. No, thank you.
See, you such a beast. You such a beast, man.
I cannot date a stripper because I feel like you date based on how you want your future to be. Like you date somebody, like, and people like, since, like, for me personally, I'm not gonna go into a relationship trying to change somebody. So because I can't change your stripper ways, there's no point trying to date you. Just,
what is a stripper way, Sidney?
Not stripper, like, I can't, like, if that's the way you hustle.
Oh, okay, got it.
With your money, right? Like, I can't because I don't like you stripping to date you, I can't make you like stop doing that to make money. And especially if you don't want to change, like that's like changing somebody. So because I can't do that.
But the thing is, some strippers though, the thing here is though, some strippers, they do want to change, but some of them don't have that access opportunity, and they don't have people in their circle to be able to be like, oh, you know what? Let's do this. Or you're smart to do this. Some of them are business women. What you say?
They need to be besties with people like Black China, Cardi B.
No. I just had this conversation today with my boy Jarrell, though. There's some girls that are, like, a stripper is different, right? But there's some girls that are on Twitter, and they are beautiful women, and they, honestly, I couldn't tell you why they're famous or why they got money. Just outside the fact that they look good. And, like, there's some guys out there, too. It's not just women. There's guys out there, too. Like, they self-title themselves a model. They self-title themselves an influencer just because they look good. Now, being an ugly person, I find discrimination in that. Because, fuck y'all.
No, but I'm just saying, man, like, if the only hustle I don't like is people who kill and kidnap to make money. Yeah, that's the hustle I would never support. But if you strip, whatever you do to make your money, you got to make it somehow in life. So,
well, speaking of that, it's demon time, and it's time to talk about Ungodly Hour by Chloe and Haley. It is time for the beautiful segment we love to title Trash or Cash. In this segment of Trash or Cash, we will be discussing an album in full. And this week's album is Ungodly Hours by Chloe and Haley Bailey. Okay, if you don't know, Chloe and Haley Bailey are signed to Beyonce. They were founded. They were on YouTube prior, but now they are signed under Beyonce's record label or founded by Beyonce, however you want to word it. They put out an album. This album just came out this Friday. It is 13 tracks long. They are not twins, but they are sisters. One is 21 and one is 20. And we are going to be discussing this album as a whole project. And usually how this works is we'll pick 3 favorite tracks from the project. We'll discuss it a little bit, see how it goes. We'll give it a rate, and we will determine in the end if it is trash or cash. So who's ready?
I'm surprised. I thought they was twins. I never knew they were just sisters.
Yeah, they just 1 year apart, just 1 year exactly.
The bigger one, the taller one is older than the smaller one.
Mm-hmm. The thicker one. The thick.
I didn't want to say that.
The thick.
Really pretty.
Well, she's pretty though.
She's really
thicker one.
She's really. I mean, they're both pretty.
Gorgeous.
But they're really pretty.
She's gorgeous. Now I kiss her for some CNN shine.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that misogynistic? All right. Anyway, all right. So, who wants to go? Who wants to go first?
You go first. We went first.
Why I gotta go first? All right, bet. I mean, how do we want to discuss this album? First of all, I think I'm going to be honest. And here's the thing about Follow the Mantra. We always going to be honest. Because when we follow the mantra, never offended, always humble. When we say we don't like some shit, you got to be never offended, all right? And that don't mean we don't like you. It's just some, you know what I'm saying? And if we do like your shit, always stay humble. It's a twofold thing, I bet. So.
Oh, my bad. It was me.
So for me, I'm going to admit, this album was hard to get through. It was just hard to sit and listen to it straight through. I don't know if it was because I was busy today, just trying to get a haircut, trying to go help my parents out a little bit. And you know, that was me. Trying to finish some homework and stuff like that. But it was cool. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 for me. 3.5. Do you want me to just give me y'all want me to give my just top 3? Do we want to all just go? Let's all go and give our top 3 tracks from the project.
What if you don't have top 3?
Damn, what you got?
Top 2.
Just give me the top.
Top 1.
God damn.
Wow.
I'm dead.
I don't think it was, honestly, some of the songs were like 3 minutes, 52 seconds. Like some of these wasn't really that long. So I didn't really see it as like much of a problem.
It was just hard to get through it. For some reason, I just could not just let it play. My mind got too distracted or whatever the case. And it may just be the surrounding context of what I was doing today. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't a bad project. I want to put that out there. It's not like it was a bad project. I think that it was good. It was solid. The 3 songs that I liked from it was Do It, Busy Boy, and Lonely. I thought that those were the best songs on there. I like Forgive Me as kind of a fourth comer upper song, like, you know what I'm saying, like off the bench. But I really enjoyed those. I like the video for Do It. I like the video for Forgive Me. Busy Boy, I like the production on it, and Lonely, I like the lyrics. Those are the reasons that I like those. Those were the ones that made me stop, rewind it while I was listening to the project as a whole. So for me, I'm giving it a 3.5. Those are my songs. I Do It is obviously the radio single. I think it's the one. It could be a TikTok hit as well. There's pieces in there. There's a dance in the video that you could be doing as a TikTok. So if you're into that, I think that that's a great song. I think the production on this album is good. There's certain songs I can hear where Beyonce would sound good if they would have like written that song for Beyonce. And I can hear the dash of Beyonce in these songs. I hate to compare them, but if you've been following us for a while, we reviewed their first album, The Kids Are All Right, and that was a great album. You remember that one?
10 times better than what they pulled out.
I absolutely agree. Their first album was a lot better. This one just kind of shows that they're growing up. It shows like they are not babies, they're not kids anymore. They're talking a little bit wilder. They're giving you some more adult context and adult content. So I think it was a 3.5. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, for me, I'll just go next. For me, I think my favorite song that I saved, Do It, and Busy Boy is good too. You got that.
Yeah.
That funk in it. I like the one with Swilly a little bit. What's it?
Check. Is it Check Up or
that my cool made it produced. But what I'll say, yeah, this album is not as good as the one that dropped 2 years ago. The Kids Are All Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened with this one. Maybe I think they dropped a little bit in terms of. I mean, the whole thing is not bad. It's I would say it's decent. It's not bad. It's not great. But I was wanting them to like mature. Like as a young artist, you know, your next project you always try to be better. Like in terms of production, sound, lyrics, and stuff like that. You should always mature. But I think they have room to mature. They're just 20 and 21, and they have like light years ahead of them to like be better and get into that space where they want to be. So that's why I'm not gonna like really, really critique them. It's not like this is Beyonce dropping an album and then it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Marcus, I'll probably give it a 3 out of 5, which is 6 out of 10. Which is still a passing score because the USD is 16, so it's passing score. So at least the pass.
Yeah.
So, but I think keeping it at 13 songs made it easier to listen, and the songs were not too long. I think the longest song was probably maybe 4 minutes. Most of them were like 2 minutes something, 2 minutes something. And yeah, one thing I do like about them is the way they sing off their voices, though. You know what I mean? Like the way they do the melodies and like just the way like their voices just gel together. I don't know, maybe I mean obviously because they're sisters and they're practicing. Mm-hmm. I like how they sing together when they.
When they harmonize and stuff.
Yeah. And I can't even tell. Like I don't even know who's Chloe or who's Haley. Like I don't think anybody knows who they. I mean, you could tell for some songs, but it's not like light and day.
I'm trying to remember who's who. I don't want to keep calling her the thicker one, but the older sister. The older sister kind of has more of a mature voice, and while as the younger sister has like a lot of a more fainty. She reminds me more of like a Janae Aiko. If they ever split, because that's one of my questions about these when we get into these groups. Like, how long are they going to be together? How long are they going to last together? I bet. So, you know, I think the older sister has a maturer voice. And I heard she did a lot of production. Okay, I mean that might be right. You might be right.
I think the other one is Chloe, but I think Chloe was actually like working beside Beyonce before Haley came, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
I seen something. Don't quote me, but I see something about Chloe being in the placement of some movie or something like that, and like as Beyonce or something like that, and harmonizing and like singing with her or whatever, something like that. And then
I think the older one has it more of that Beyonce in her than the younger one.
Yeah, Chloe. Yeah, and I think that's her name, Chloe.
So Ash, what did you think? I'm interested to get your perspective.
Well,
Because to be honest, I couldn't stop. I was thinking about what you were thinking while I was listening to this album. I asked myself twice. I was like, I wonder what Ash think about this album. So, like, what did you think?
so some songs felt like their whole album was a bit like diverse in a way where they weren't targeted to only like Black community, if that makes sense. Like I kind of felt like, for example, one of the actual track Ungodly Hour, I kind of felt like that's like upstate New York, like I don't know, like not necessarily like pump, but I feel like I would hear that in like, I don't know, those type of clubs up there, like I don't know. And then, I mean, okay, well, I think it's Don't Make It Harder on Me. I like that one. That one kind of gave me like, I don't know if you guys know the movie, I think you guys all, Beauty Shop with Queen Latifah. Like, it kind of gives me like a love scene where they're about to travel or go somewhere else. And then that's the type of music that they play while they're thinking in the car or something like that. I don't know. Then the Do It, obviously, I hear all day on TikTok, so I got used to that really quickly.
Oh, so it is on TikTok.
Yeah, people, they have a dance to it. It went popular.
Oh.
Yeah. So the other one, I like Baby Girl. It kind of like, to me, I took it as she was saying like, this is your world, like make it how you want it and give it like your full potential. That's how I kind of like read that song. And that was like my top three. But then talking about Tipsy, what I got from Tipsy was, it was like, I don't know if I'm interpreting like these songs correctly, but this is how I took it. Like Tipsy kind of made me feel like it was like, you like what's going on, so don't like mess it up. Like understand our situation or something like that. But I think I would kind of agree with like the 3 out of 5, because some songs I wouldn't listen to at all. I just would not listen to at all. Yeah, but I don't feel like it was that bad. I don't think it was long to go through. Honestly, I think they were pretty short for the most part. I'm just happy that their intro really wasn't long. Like other artists, their intros be really long.
True.
So, yeah. So I don't think it was that bad. I will agree with the 3. Those are my favorite. I think Don't Make It Harder for Me, Do It, and Baby Girl. And yeah, most of them I'll just trash them away.
I mean, I guess one of my things, and I'm glad that you brought it up. I did think that this album is very soundtracky. Like you can pull a lot of these individual singles and put them behind a music scene or something like that, and it'll fit a good music scene. I think I don't want to say poppy enough, but it does fit certain music scenes. So I'm glad that you did say that. And then the track list, I would have switched some songs around. Instead of starting with Forgive Me, I think I would have started with the title track Ungodly Hour, because that song halfway through, it was boring me, because it was like that, it was extremely slow. It slows down, although it picks up on the back end. I would have started with that as the intro, and then put Forgive Me exactly where Ungodly Hour is. That was one of my critiques, but obviously, what the fuck do I know? Because I'm just, I'm not them.
If you do, would you want to still listen to it, to the fact that that's slow?
I mean, for me, this is me. I can listen to a slow intro. I like slow intros, right? Because it's the intro. So I can listen to an intro and it be slow, and then look forward to see what the next track is. So I was fine if you even go Ungodly Hour straight into Forgive Me, because it's still upbeat enough to catch my attention. Or if you go Ungodly Hour straight into Do It, I would have been like, all right, cool. Then I'm familiar with this song. Now I got to see what the third song is, because I know Do It from TikTok. I heard Ungodly Hour just to give it a try. Let me at least see the third. By the time I'm into the third song, I might as well listen to the whole goddamn album. That's kind of like my philosophy behind it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But for me, I don't even know what, like, I just listen to albums and I listen to it. I don't know I can't really, for right now, tell what story the album is telling until, like, until I read stuff, or if I watch interviews from the artist on like explaining the album. I just didn't should have been like, oh yeah,
and then read it.
I like what he said here. I like what he said there. No, so I can't really say the arrangement, but like what you said about, I think the music here like can go in a lot of movies or all this like TV shows and stuff like that. And what I also noted is like I think they sampled some songs from the Kids Are All Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think they sampled that. What's the second song on the album?
Isn't it?
I think it was sampled from Warrior on the Kids Are All Right album. I think they sampled about 2 or 3 songs from their
That's interesting.
other album. Yeah, not the whole songs though, but like you could hear some parts from, or you'd be like, oh, shit, this is from here. But yeah, I think they have a lot to grow. Like they have a lot of room to improve, and they're still learning. So obviously they're gonna make mistakes while they're rising up. So that's why I'm not really like going hard on them. But if they were like seasoned artists who have been in the game for like 10 years, and then you drop this, like when Nicki dropped Queen,
trash, garbage. You hear me, Saeed DeBoer? Queen was garbage.
I watched the podcast.
Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, let's hurry so we can get into trolls, so we can talk about trolls a little bit.
Just because they're young, I'm gonna give it the cash. Just because like they're young and they're and the voice is good. It's not like they have bad. The voice is good. They are decent lyrically, so I'm gonna give it a cash.
Ash?
I will give it a cash. Just some of those songs
Could have done without.
They're not going nowhere.
Yeah. I would also give it a cash as well. It wasn't bad. I think 3 out of 5 ain't bad. It's their sophomore album. They dropped it during quarantine. There's a lot of context behind this. Like, I agree with Ash. There was some songs I could do without, but I still feel like it was a solid project from somebody who is considered to be proteges of Beyonce, I would say. You don't want to be stuck in that shadow, but I do feel that way. So let's go ahead and give them the money sound.
Comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Here comes the money. Money, money, dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
All right. So that is the money song. That sounds like another cash segment in this segment of Trash or Cash. We are going to move on a little bit. Before we wrap up the show, I want to hear your thoughts on the new Trolls video with Nicki Minaj, 6ix9ine featuring Nicki Minaj.
I think that they tried to copy Fifi video concept.
Yeah.
But in her defense, they shot the whole thing during quarantine and they shot it at 6ix9ine's house because of the whole quarantine. So they didn't really have like much options in terms of like location and stuff like that. So that's why they had to like do that. And of course, that song
it looks the exact same. The visuals exactly.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna really hit them hard in terms of like the video because they didn't really have much to work with.
I feel like, but he came out and dropped whatever, I forgot whatever the first name of whatever the first video he was when he first got out. He dropped
dummies. I don't even booger something.
Dumb stupid.
No, wait, was it? All of the here's what I'm saying. All the shit sound the same, and Trolls actually sounds a little bit different because he did something different on it. Is it what? Gooba. That's exactly what it is. It all looks the same. His video shots all look the same. Rainbow colored walls. I'm disappointed. I'm gonna say this. I'm disappointed in Nicki. Because I didn't think that she had to do this. I think Nicki did look good in the video. I think it was a very sexy video. I think that Nicki's verse was also good. It was solid. She obviously was firing shots off at people in that verse. Sounded like she fired off at Usher.
Per usual.
She fired off at Meek, Usher, and I heard it was not Issa Rae. It was the lady from Players Club, but I forgot her name. But she like fired off at a couple people. I watched the video. Nicki looked great. The verse was cool. I just felt like this was unneeded.
I feel like during this quarantine, how many songs has she dropped? Just one, right? With Doja Cat and Yikes. Yikes did not go anywhere.
And now,
So I feel like coming out with 6ix9ine, I feel like it was a hype for it because people were expecting it. People were expecting another Fifi.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and I think both of them had high expectations of like,
Mhm.
okay, so when's the next big song for us
Mhm.
to drop? And coupled with the fact that now they have a mutual enemy in Meek.
Mhm.
So like it's like, okay, you want to go off, I want to go off, so let's just come together and try and see if we can create another Fifi.
Mhm.
But this did not go as planned.
This I didn't like it, but it'll do numbers. It already has like the most viewed in 24 hours, most views on a hip hop video in 24 hours, right?
Yeah, I know it will do numbers, but the music is not that great.
It's not. That's my biggest thing. It's like, okay, it'll get the most views because it's 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj. Of course it's gonna get the fucking views. Like, but for me, is the music long lasting? And I just don't think that it is. I don't think that it is. I think Nicki's verse was cool, but is it memorable? No. And I think that's for me.
Yeah. What I think can help that song is if they come up with a dance challenge somehow.
Whatever. I know their merchandise sold out. Whatever those puffy jackets he was with, the red puffy jackets or whatever it was on their website, all sold out. Ash, what did you think?
I didn't really like 6ix9ine's verse in that video, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think Nicki's verse was bad at all. It looked the exact same as the old video. Like, soon I seen this, I was like, yeah, no, this is like a replica.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe it is, but the thing is, people may think that, and you or some even other people may think that it wasn't needed. Maybe it wasn't needed for her, and it was needed for him. He hasn't dropped the song neither, so he's been locked up. So he
Well,
probably
he dropped a song before this.
Booba, it didn't do numbers.
So he needed something to come out with to help him. So I get it. I mean, it may not be something that may be memorable, but it's something that's keeping money in his pocket, and he's getting the views. Like, people can say they don't stand 6ix9ine at all, but so you hear 6ix9ine, you're reading what it is, or you're listening what it is. So it's like,
It's true.
so it's probably just needed for him more so.
I think that your reaction is the best reaction. It's kind of like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I don't, as much as I'm more mad at, I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan of Nicki. I'm more mad at Nicki because when Nicki first dropped, I was a huge fan of Nicki. But like, it's just the path that she's been on the past couple of years, I have just not been a fan of. And so the Barbs will defend it to death. Whatever, y'all can say whatever the fuck you want to. I just know I hold Nicki to a higher esteem than that. And
I like her. I think she's a good rapper. I think when she wants to really, when she wants to do it, she can do it. Like some songs, like before she dropped Queen, she hopped on a lot of songs that pop. Like she was on Fifi, she was on that song with A$AP Ferg, the remix, right, with the mob. She did a lot of songs that popped. She was on Ariana Grande's Side to Side and dropped the hardcore verse. She was on
Pop Smoke too.
She was on She For Keeps.
She was on Pop Smokes. On that song Pop Smoke.
Yeah, Pop Smoke, She For Keeps. She hopped on that Meek song, that Meek, her, and Chris Brown. And then when you use all those good lyrics for other people's song, and then you drop Queen. You know what I mean? It's like
you fucked up because don't forget she also had the one with Yo Gotti, and that was the one that people were like, "This is the one. This is like, we can't wait for Queen if this is the type of content she's dropping." Now, we were disappointed. I mean, that's
then Queen, and then the singles who dropped off Queen were Chun-Li and what's the other one?
Barbie Dream.
No, Barbie Dreams came with the album. Chun-Li and something else.
It was Barbie Dreams.
Was it Barbie Dreams?
Mm-hmm. She just didn't put Chun-Li on the album.
Yeah, and then when those two came out, it's like, maybe she'll do better on the album. And then the album dropped, and like, there's not even a single song from that whole album that people still say like, okay, at least this one song is like, okay.
Because none of those went number one. Her first number one was with Doja Cat.
Yeah, but hopefully on her next project she brings it together. But if Yikes is supposed to be on that project, I think she should.
Finito.
you know, like people like that hop on other people's tracks. Like Drake he hopped on Block Boy J, he hopped on so many tracks, and when Scorpion dropped, it was like woo woo, he still killed it. And Travis Scott too, the same thing when Sicko Mode dropped, he killed it. And
Travis got a lot on his hands having to follow up Astro World. I don't know if he'll be able to do it.
I think the guy gets better every year.
He does. He does.
One progressive rapper from Rodeo to Bursting Midnight, Astro World. I think, and even what's the name of his group again? That dropped.
Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack. That was a good song to Gang. Gaddy.
It was a lot of good songs. It was some good songs on it.
The Room was number one.
Yeah. Even with Tyler. Oliver, his individual little mixtape, that was also good too as well.
So I think Travis is a progressive rapper, and more so now that he's connected with the likes of Drake, he can always have Drake anytime on any song he wants to. Mm-hmm. He got a lot of people. He's friends with the best rappers in the game, Meek Mill. He got friends with 2 Chainz and all those kind of people, so he can still do it. But hopefully he doesn't screw.
6ix9ine, Nicki Minaj, don't do that shit no more. That's basically the gist of that conversation. Don't do that shit no more. Chloe and Halle, shout out to y'all. Y'all had a cash segment on our segment. Not that y'all give a fuck about us, but we give a fuck about you. And we figured out Ashley will do anything for some CNN shine. So it don't fucking matter. Sidney ain't really did shit this episode. He kind of redeemed himself for that Fingers in My Crack episode.
I'm gonna get you back. Don't worry about it.
Worry, I'm gonna have to redeem myself next week for the CNN.
I think I always said last week she was around the block.
She did say she went around. She been around the block. This year she said she'll do anything for some CNN shine. So Ash revealing herself low key. But Ash, we support the sex workers, so it's fine.
The problem with the society, the problem with the internet now is that you say one thing, they go to straight sexual meaning. Like when I say around the block, I wasn't saying I'm outside, fucking looking for change and shit. No, that's what's no. That's why I got my stimulus check. I don't need to be outside. So,
but you could be held to a high. You could be held to a high esteem outside. You know what I'm saying? You top dollar.
Outside, I'll probably get my ass kidnapped or shot. So I ain't
right.
gonna be outside.
That's a fact. It's dangerous out here, especially black women, man. I love my black women. You know what I'm saying? That has been another episode of. I was about to say films in black and white. This is the wrong podcast. This has been another episode of Follow the Mantra. We appreciate you for being here. As we get ourselves together, as we figure out the flow of this thing, man, I want to say that I love my co-hosts. I'm glad that I'm able to do this with them every week. It is glad to be back. It's hard to find other people to just talk music to and shit like that. So it's been good. A lot of new music has not been dropping lately. So we will come to you as life happens, whether we got to review singles or we got to review albums, we'll figure the shit out. We just hope that you keep joining us every week. Don't forget, you get new episodes of Follow the Mantra every Tuesday on YouTube, as well as wherever it is you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to rate us 5 stars wherever it is you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with a friend wherever it is that you watch the visuals for the podcast. All right. Before we go, I want to give my co-host a chance to go ahead and sign out, let people know where to find you, because they will find you and they will follow you guys, because I believe in you motherfuckers. Ash.
That white ass out of here. Anyway.
Hating ass.
So we're being optimistic by the end of the show. So my Twitter and my Instagram is Ashley C. Charlie. My YouTube is SIAH space CC. So on there you'll see group videos, prank videos, makeup videos. I don't really remember what else is on there, but it's much more to come. So go check it out.
Okay.
So
Sidney?
All right, I just gotta say that Ace Hood dropped an album though.
When?
Ace Hood.
When?
Last week or so.
Damn, I need to go listen. I like Ace Hood, man.
Yeah, he got a song there with Jackie's.
You said who?
Ace Hood.
It's called Mr. Hood.
Hip Hop Demon. Oh, Sidney just gave us a new website called hiphopdx.com will let us know when the albums are dropping. So if you see an album on there that you is going to drop and you want to let us know on Fridays or on Thursdays or the week before so we can look at it and we can review it. Now, I mean, we're not just here to review stuff that we like to hear. We're here to review stuff that you like to hear, all right? Because it's about you and we love you.
I'm looking at a good one for next week.
All right, bet. Save it. Don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Don't
All
say
right,
nothing.
guys. It's the boy Sidney Purple. Hopefully, you guys follow me. If you don't, I'll let you. If you don't, guys,
What you got, arthritis?
if they don't, it's gonna be a
Oh
problem on this show.
Right. Follow us. We're going to be here for so long, so you might as well. Like, why not?
To
I
be
know,
honest.
right? Just follow us, man. It's not gonna. Don't stop hating. Just hit the follow button, and I'll follow back. You'll have a safe week. If you go out to protest, stay safe. Follow the rules. Go out and vote. There's a lot of votes happening in some states and whatnot. So go out, exercise your civic duties and civic rights, and see you guys next week, same time.
I forgot to play the song. I need to play the song on the way out. I just want to let everybody know that I do love y'all. I do appreciate y'all for tuning in every week. You can catch me on Films in Black and White with Douglas Wagner, as well as InstaViews on a separate podcast, as well as Follow the Mantra. We drop weekly. We drop all kind of content weekly. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. It has been your boy MarcusJDestin along with my two beautiful co-hosts. Make sure that you follow them, show them some love, like this video, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell so you never miss a beat. You heard me? This is Pigskin on the Way Out by Les the Genius and Zach Kokas. I love y'all. Be safe. Make sure you're washing your hands and washing your ass.
Yeah, a new artist I would suggest you guys go listen to is Nasty C. He's a South African artist. He can rap. He got a new song with T.I. Well, two new songs. He got the song with T.I. is called They Don't. Talking about like the whole stuff, and then I got another one called Easy. He's a good rapper, so if you want to go check him out, check him out.
Okay.
Sounds good.
New artists, holla at us. We here to promote your shit, all right? Listen, it's past midnight. I got shit I got to do, and we out, bitch.
So, bye, guys.
We out, baby. Love you.